I am on the trail, Source Hunter.
Back on my feet again. Oh, I needed that.
I never thought I'd see Sicil in such dire straits. This here's one of the oldest cities in Revellon.
So you're just hanging around the inn, are you? Waiting for what, exactly?
Oh, thank you, Divinity, you old cat.
Oh, you think you can speak that way to a... Well, suffice to say it, I've got my eye on
Lay
you
the big
down.
cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens.
Sicil isn't so bad.
Bersha's shape is gone, gone, gone. Think it vanished through one of them swirly shrines?
Oh, my good man.
Never saw you in the king crab before. You're welcome to scratch me behind the ears if you like. I won't scratch back. I am Unsinkable Sam. At least that's what they call me around here. Used to be a ship's cat, but the clipper I was on sank, and I was the only one to wrestle himself free from the waves. The people here were kind and took me in. Been the king crab's foremost patron ever since. A magnificent ship she was. Used to belong to a pirate, I was told. We hit the cliffs right neath the lighthouse. Not very apt a name for that building, I must say, for no light was shining from it. The moment I hit the water, I writhed around like I would on a hot tin roof. By some miracle, I managed to reach the beach, covered in kelp and smelling worse than a fish's funeral parlor. But I was alive, and that was more than anybody else could say. So I was. What friends I had. They drowned alongside the rats I used to hunt in the galley. And there I was, all alone. Not that I have it bad here, mind you. I've milk and fish aplenty. Most folks will pet me kindly, and when one of the village girls holds me tight against her ample bosom, I purr up a storm. But I do long for a companion of my own kind, and in that regard, there is no one like Maxine. Maxine, the mayor's darling pet. So gentle, so fair a feline. The grace of her whiskers, the subtle palette of dyes in her sable coat. She's one of a kind, that cat. She likes me. I know she does. But when I declare my love, she backs away. I don't know why. I have serenaded her and braved many a bucket of water for my efforts. But for some reason, she is not to be swayed. By all means. People make a fuss about them because they endanger the lands around the city. They never bother me when I'm out for my monthly walk, though. But still, I do detest them. I mean, they're so unnatural, aren't they? Cats can have 9 lives, but humans are only entitled to 1. Oh, don't mention orcs to me. Worse than dogs, that lot. Sank Walrus Willie's boat right from under him. Best anchovy fisher in the world he was. A loss to us all.
Waiting for what, exactly?
I'll thank you to leave me be, you old rat.
Oh, you think you can speak that way to us? Well, suffice to say it, I've got my...
Sorry, I've run out of signed handkerchiefs. An Alistair keyring, maybe. In any case, make it quick. You're not the only fan who wants some of my time. What do you mean, not familiar? You expect me to believe you've never heard of Alistair the Almighty? Why, I'm only the most famous wizard this side of the distance. Although, it'd be worth checking the other side too, just in case. And don't forget, I'm the most eminent member of the Fabulous Five to boot. Surely you already know we've been voted the most influential adventurers guild by SideQuest Monthly. 3 years running. Welcome be, my friend. Waitress, another round of beers, if you please. I'm an archaeologist and connoisseur of the undead. Because of my expertise, Lieutenant Selenia, a commander of the Legion in Sicile, wanted me to investigate the ancient burial mound just outside of town, hoping to uncover the source of the zombie plague. No such luck, though. Quite so. I live for the dead, so to speak. The combination of archaeology and a case of incidental necromantic magic is what sparked my interest in the field. Of course, I'll be glad to share what knowledge I have obtained over the years.
Ah, pointless chatter with strangers does so thrill me. How did you know? Please continue interrupting my drink if you'd be so kind. How curious of you to show interest in a lonesome stranger at the bar. Let me answer by saying that who I am is hardly any of your business. And anyone with an ounce of tact would have known that already.
So you're just hanging around the inn, are you? Waiting for what, exactly?
I'll thank you to leave me be, you old rat.
Oh, you think you can speak that way to us? Well, suffice to say it, I've got my eye.
Red and orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies.
Well, what sort of arrows do you want? Freezing? Silver? Poison? Get to the point.
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens.
Not in the mood for cheese. The excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine Gorman bear.
Lonesome, spiritless. Perhaps wrestling an earth elemental will inject some vim into your routine.
Quiet day on the market, it seems.
Red and orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies Sicile's ever seen.
Any takers? Come on, you chickens!
No better solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.
Not in the mood for cheese. The excuse excuse is more holes than a slice of this fine Gorman there.
Oh, no, noble friend. Your upper chakras are in desperate need of a good scrubbing. Fortunately for you, my homebrewed tinctures will do the job. Or if you're in the mood for something a bit more electrifying, one of my air scrolls might give your system just the shock it needs.
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses. Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Be the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Illinois herring, delicious dogfish. Yours for a scrap gold each.
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens.
Be the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
No better solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.
Let us see if you can choose the finest greens.
Fantastic! You there!
My
You
word!
don't look like someone who's ever been serenaded by a severed head.
Come on!
Right
Come
up.
on! Can't you hear the stage calling you? What is it this time? Take it up with Katerina. She's the master of this pig circus after all.
Right up.
Fantastic! Zombie ate your dog, orc sunk your ship. No matter, you're at Katerina's Fair, a veritable summer home for troubled minds. Won't you take a seat and let our esteemed entertainers whisk you off to a better place? Well, I'm Katerina the Fair, fairest first lady of the fair, of course. I do love making the acquaintance of my patrons, and who knows which of them might become one of my performers. I've an open stage in want of talent, and I've often found the best young performers among the rank and file of the audience. The theatre's fever has overcome you, has it? Marvellous! I do so love a fresh green talent ready to bloom. But I support players, not writers, you see. If you want to perform here, you'll have to find tried and true material. Check the library and see if any of the classics there interest you. I'd love to see a source hunter's take on one of the old standards.
You there? You look like an actor just waiting to pay his big pleasure.
Can you spare a coin?
Performers, showmen, show all of them. Cecil, what you're made
On the mend.
Beer and flatulence.
Oh, golly gosh! One who flaunts the highways and byways of silly old Cecile with the easy elegance of a puss with her tail in the air. I do declare such a sight is rather rare around here. But where are my manners? I am Maxine, and you must be one of those hunters one hears so much about. Charmed, I'm sure.
I'm the mayor's cat, don't you know? Born and raised on velvets and viands of most exquisite varieties. Maxine rhymes with queen, after all, and dearest. That is hardly a coincidence. Oh, he's a darling old Tom, isn't he? Paws over tails in love with me, and who can blame him? The feeling's, well, it's rather mutual, actually. But that pet of a puss simply doesn't have a penny to his name. At the risk of sounding as shallow as a spaniel, I can't but admit my love does not come unconditionally. What if we were to have kittens, he and I? They'd jolly well starve, wouldn't they, with an alley cat for a papa? Oh, dear Sam, he's such a good old bean. But he does rather reside at the bottom of the scratching pole, doesn't he? And dear me, one must have at least a mite of standards.
Ah, cats. Such beauty, such grace they have. Magnificence incarnate.
Not a lot of meat on her, is there? Someone ought to fatten her up if they want to get a good meal out of her.
Turjageta, friend. Kira Lizor. Oh, do pardon my language, my friend. But that is quite the startling revelation. So much sadness, so much anguish. Eglandir's tale is heartrending, though it seems that in the pursuit of retribution, he has himself become as great a ghoul as those that wronged him. Does he not see that I am now the one who is to be wronged? Why, oh why must he make me, of all gentle-minded and life-loving creatures, why must he make me the target of his imperishable hate? Whom have I ever harmed? I live for books, not brutality. So, let us approach the situation with reason and ask ourselves, where do we go from here? Though, first let me say this. Hashizm bil kushum zunum. From my heart, I thank you for warning me. I thank you and I trust you. So pray, let me pose the question. What do you advise we should do? My amulet? But it is Haxmaji, a sacred token that houses the presence of my ancestors. No, I cannot part with my talisman, the keepsake of my soul. When you put it like that, I guess I cannot say that it is. I do this very reluctantly, but fine. Have my talisman. May it fool the elf that would see me dead. Volume 1, Volume 2. But where has the third one gone? Shatsu. Sometimes I think these books sprout little legs in the night. Kajdanor. A brief history of sorcery still hasn't been returned. Theleron will have to pay yet another fine. Hello again, adventurer. I hope you wiped those muddy boots on your way in. Oh, he's always been something of a rascal, calling his petty hooliganism adventuring and endlessly worrying my poor mind. Oh, but of course, I've always loved that scamp to bits. For my part, I encouraged him to join the Legion. Even that band of... The knight in see-through armor, Princess Buttercup with the blushing bottom, Sterntecken. Esmeralda does have a propensity for all things naughty, hasn't she? Volume 1, Volume 2. But where has the third one gone? Shatsu. Sometimes I think these books sprout little legs in the night. The knight in see-through armor, Princess Buttercup with the blushing bottom, Sterntecken. Esmeralda does have a propensity for all things naughty, hasn't she? Volume 1, Volume 2. But where has the third one gone? Shatsu. Sometimes I think these books sprout little legs in the night.
Slice of this fine Gorman bear.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Aaron has as many friends as demands with many cheeses.
They say he's privy to ancient and arcane secrets, the likes of which I doubt you could even fathom, old friend.
How gratifying to see you return. You are quickly becoming my favorite customer.
Soon the last will be beaten. Beaten like the anvil of Grog, the torturer. All hail, Grog! All hail his hot-steeled instruments. Soon the last will be beaten. Beaten like the anvil of Grog, the torturer. All hail, Grog! All hail his hot-steeled instruments. By the filed teeth of Suluma Soul Shredder, the end is nigh. Death comes a-creeping for you, Victoria!
The hunters go a-stalking in the night.
By the needles of the Million Bleeder, they'll end it all! End it all in blood!
We'll have none of that, you hear?
Here I wait for thee in the dark. But the stab shall bring the light. Minister to death. That is what I want of thee. Yes, yes. Have you made the orc feel the black and biting cold center toward the gangling grip of the greedy grey? Yes, so it is. So it is. By Angus, the Impaler's favourite steak, you've done well by me. Oh, Ravager of Gazaldagar, the last of their line is dead. The House of Gandavon has been avenged. Sweet flowing blood. The quest to decay is at an end. My wealth is yours. My life is death's. By the hollow sockets of the voidwood eye gouger, I bid thee thanks and fond farewell. I think I'll sleep by the fire tonight, once the regulars stagger home.
Aye, so there's the rub. I am but a stray, and she is the mayor's cat. Oh, I do understand her, I do. She wants a Tom of means, not privation. One who brings home the sardines and the occasional halibut. Would that I still had my collar. Such a marvel it was, as bejeweled as the night sky with precious stones, said to have once been worn by a far-off Maharaja's best hunting cheater.
So you're just hanging around
Like the king
here?
of all cats I looked when I wore it. A gift bestowed upon me by a princess whom I had kept company during a long and perilous voyage. A precious band of gemstones, lost as I was tossed around by the waves like a ball in a game of catch. Among the waves it remains, I imagine. Worn perhaps by a crab who fancies himself a Caesar with it. If only I could be the Caesar again, and Maxine my Caesarina.
Pay the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Let's see. Halibut.
Oh, where is my pepper? Did it sprout legs and run away? Ah, yeah.
I'm warm as fresh apple pie!
Skeletons crawled out of the ground, encircling us.
Naught but a trifle for us legionnaires, what? We fought like lions, slaying 3, 4, undead with every blow. I say, impressive.
Sweet relief.
Well, look what the cat dragged in. Good to see you. My brave troops were just telling me how they proudly vanquished the undead near the lighthouse. Did you get to witness my valiant soldiers in action?
Excuse me? We are talking about the same heroes here, right? You should be ashamed of yourself, letting those slackers reap a reward they haven't earned.
No, we'll do as I say.
Yes, I bet legionnaires can impress even source hunters. Now, as for my 2 braves here, you shall prepare to leave Sicil post-haste. You're going home, as is your just reward.
Thank you, Lieutenant. All in the day's work.
Divines doubly bless you, friend.
About face! To the barracks! March! Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again!
Oh, thank you to take a step in another direction. This is the Legion treasure room, and you've no business bothering with it. Your not-so-sterling reputation happens to precede you.
Quiet! No talking to these scoundrels, criminal scum!
Do you hear that clinking? I think someone's got keys in their pocket.
Ah, the Source Hunter. Oh, joyous hour.
How can I help you, my friend?
What? I'd never.
If you must know, I was merely checking up on Maxine, the mayor's cat. What a delight she is. The temperament of a tiger, the grace of a leopard, and the manners of a lady all rolled into one. A perfect puss, if ever there was one.
Sorry, sir.
You think that's funny, Private?
Sir! No, sir!
Attention!
To leave the city is to venture into danger. Be careful, Source Hunt. Better to evacuate...
Better to evacuate this place while there's still...
The Legion stands at the ready. Your word is my command, Source Hunter.
The Burning Legion calls!
Did you hear that?
The wind, Glossius. Call your boots. Another Grosvenor.
Did you hear that?
It's just the wind, Glossius. Call your boots.
Since when does the wind sound the same as a stray dog hungry for bones? My bones.
Oh, for the love of Grosvenor.
Soaked to the skin! I've just had a long bath in a cold lake. It's heating up.
in the burning legion calls! You must suffer. You must burn clean.
Oh, I could do with a cold drink.
Sodden all the way to my boot soles!
The flames will cleanse your sin.
I feel better already!
My flesh melts before my eyes!
I'm warm as fresh apple pie.
The inferno devours me! Sweet relief!
Baking like a cake.
Flesh and blood, hard
Potent heat!
legion calls!
Accelerated action!
The flames will make you pure! The flames will make you pure!
I'm overheating here!
Seven, have mercy on your soul.
I'm warm as fresh apple pie. I need water!
Baking like a cake.
What a deluge! I need to dry off.
Heard any good tales, my friend?
It is spectacular indeed to behold how quickly your powers grow. There is a superhuman quality to your progress that both impresses and pleases me. Do continue to pursue the depths of your potential with relentless resolution. Yes, seek power for power's sake. Forswear the pitfalls of morality. Forswear both good and evil. The promises of duty and ambition. Let power be the end of its own means, and nothing in this world will be able to stand in your way. And there we have it. The bickering, the wavering of resolve. The weak-mindedness that, like a cancer, eats away at the foundations of strength and dominion. That devours and grows until it undoes the drive for power completely. Know ye then, weak-minded ones, that only if you cast aside all desire and instead focus on the utter mental and physical mastery of supremacy over all, the means as well as the ends will melt into ultimate purpose. This purpose, I have my own. As do you, that much is clear, though perhaps you may as yet be unaware of its true design and composition. So let us continue our journey. For it is in the journey that purpose takes shape. Go forth, ever on, before grinning time turns us into frail, failed fools.
One of us. The fire beckons!
Double time.
Looks like you slowed to a crawl!
must suffer. You must burn clean. The flames will cleanse your sin.
Sweet relief.
Spirits of Rivellon, aid me.
The burning legion embraces you. Flames will make you pure.
Stitch of time, hey, my friends?
It's heating up.
Abandon your flesh. The flames will make you pure.
Oh, I could do with a cold drink.
My flesh melts before my eyes.
I'm overheating here!
I needed that. Did someone leave an oven door open?
Will burn the flea! Will burn you!
It's heating up.
Looks like you've slowed to a crawl!
Oh, there's my pepper. Oh, there's my pepper.
So you're just hanging around again, are you? Waiting for what?
Oh, thank you for leaving me be, you old rat.
Excellent. Let's keep it that way.
Rawr! That is, how can...
There's a man in town who sells paintings and treasure maps. Do you think he knows the way to the realm of fairy?
Fresh haddock. Perfect for a fry-up. Join the Spud Club if you've got an eye for farm
Ah,
potatoes.
hello, proportionate one. Oh, I can see from the symmetry in your face that you are a great fan of the fine arts, no?
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many cheeses.
I'm straight. I'm true. Harry's by the dozens.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes. Quiet day on the market, it seems.
Toe of snake, wing of worm, brew 'em, spice 'em, stir and churn. Join the Spud Club if you've got an eye for farm potatoes.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
Red and orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies size seals ever seen.
I'm straight. I'm true. Harry's by the dozens.
Red and orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies size seals ever seen.
In the mood for cheese? That excuse is more hose than a slice of this fine Gorman bear.
Quiet day on the market, it seems.
Not in the mood for cheese. That excuse is more hose than a slice of this fine Gorman bear.
I can't even smell the sea air over this rock.
Stand strong! Strike harder!
Does anybody else smell smoke? Safely hovering!
Staff of Strength.
Demon's breath! I've been paralyzed!
As good as a new penny. Eternal silence awaits you. Ah!
Nothing is worth this dreadful place.
Ready!
Fast track!
I feel like I've been set in stone.
It never rains, but it pours, eh?
My target dances in shadows.
I've always been a cut above the rest.
Grass beneath trembles with my power.
Please assist me! Friends! Corrupting hiss! Into the fray once more.
No glory in this death.
A stitch in time, eh, my friends?
I prefer to drown my sorrows with ale.
Ooh. Staff of Justice.
I feel better already. Eternal silence awaits you. On the mend. I feel like I've just had a long bath in a cold lake. As good as a new penny.
what I know. Orcs leave much better crumbs than mouldy skeletons.
Why don't I feel more relieved to see so many dead orcs?
Because whatever killed them could be around any corner, and we've no idea whether to expect friend or foe.
Hang on to your socks. That's the biggest static cloud I've ever seen.
There's got to be a way to cover up the source.
Bloody claws. Huge claws. Curse the pirate. You'll never give up the stone. May the gods curse the mother that bred thee! Come, Greenskin, don't you long for sweet release? May the gods curse the mother that bred thee! Come, Greenskin, don't you long for sweet release? Come, Greenskin, don't you long for sweet release?
Stand strong! Strike harder!
The living versus the dead. But what in this dang cave could be worth such a savage fight?
Regardless, these orcs will find no allies in us.
Ah, is the ickle skelly scared? I'll crack your sorry skulls like walnuts.
I'll pull every last rotten tooth from his skull.
Can't protect that bloodstone forever, dry bones!
Death upon thee, Greenskin! I'll cut thee in twain! Death upon thee, Greenskin! I'll cut thee in twain!
Even without a nose, thine still.
I'm gonna crush your dust! Freezing flurry!
I'll slit thee from toe to horn and wear thee like a suit. Death upon thee, greenskin! I'll cut thee in twain!
As good as a new penny. So, the orc
As good as a
expedition
new
is no
penny.
more. But who's to say how many undead haunt this cave?
By the ferocity with which they fight, I'd guess they're protecting something of great value.
Might need to blow this one open. Careful, I've spotted a trap.
My gods, what is that abomination?
Well, when a crab and a man love each other very much... I've been crippled!
Lunging assault!
feels better already!
Why is everyone always fiddling with the packages in the corner? It's not like there's delicious rotten trash in sight.
Look out! I see a trap nearby.
Now, to find out what effect that had.
Fear me, I am Billigar. I will give you tons of scars. My tricks are known throughout the land. My rhymes rhyme nicely. Understand? Billigar! Ha-ha! You wish to know of me? I am the best, can't you see? Such tricks, such rhyming. The biggest fan of the tricking, rhyming, best Billigar man. Sad sap! You stepped into my trap! If you move, this room explodes. You'll have to stay till you wither away. Your only hope's a secret button, but since moving will kill you, you can't do nothing. Is the button red? Blue? Orange? Will you find it? Will you... storange? Florange? Yeah, whatever. I am Billigar! Ha 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 ha! Don't forget, if you move from that spot, things around here will get mighty hot! Ha ha! Too bad you can't find my secret switch without moving from... where you're standing.
Now to find out what effect that had.
I needed that.
Careful now, that's a trap.
A pirate's office? I would have expected to find something rather more exciting inside.
With the way this place is rigged, I wouldn't speak so soon.
Careful in there. I wouldn't tangle with the mad wizard within unless you've got some backup.
Hold. Our enemies have laid a trap.
Careful, I've spotted a trap. Look out! I see a trap nearby. Better to detonate that mine safely than trip over it myself.
What can I do for you? And so let the hunt...
I am on the trail, Source Hunter.
Spirits of water, show your strength.
Sodden all the way to my boot soles.
A strange sort of pit. There must be a way to disarm it.
Gods.
Careful now,
Leech
that's
this
a
evil
trap.
from my blood.
I can see the white light.
My life is ebbing away. Into the fray once more.
Into the fray once more.
Ugh, I'm dripping. Bless the seven, I am restored. Bless the seven, I am restored.
Bless the seven, I am restored.
I need a remedy!
Something toxic courses through my veins. Light as a
Careful,
feather.
I've spotted a trap. to the fray once more. Back on my feet again.
Sweet relief.
Taking a tumble! Light of the gods! Bless the Seven, I am restored! On the mend!
I'm drenched.
The body stirs. The subtle slouch in its decayed shoulders suggest intense longing. A large, soggy chunk of flesh falls to the ship's floor with a melancholic thud. So this is what's to become of me, it seems to moan. A body with no head, a ship with no captain. Dejectedly, it proffers a hand. In its palm is a well-weathered notebook, only slightly sticky with ooze. You accept it, taking it by its spine with 2 ginger fingers. Your efforts at not gagging are most valiant. The bereft corpse turns from you just slightly, as if you imply it didn't want to talk to you anyway.
Back on my feet again.
Hey, stop that.
I should slow down.
I can't even smell the sea air over this rot.
Kids! This here is the greatest illusion in Andorvale!
My word!
Fantastic!
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Oh, excuse me, I'm trying to prepare for the next show. Autographs will have to wait until the end. I doubt I have to tell you that I am the amazing singing Stefan, the only sentient severed head in Sicile. My audience sings my praises from hill and dale. Psst. You're a source hunter, aren't you? Oh, bless the seven. Look, you've got to help me. I've been kidnapped. Pleasure to meet you. Now, please, Stefan has many fans to meet today. Psst. Now, help me. Take me to Reginald's cellar. There I will reveal everything. It won't be the worst indignation I've suffered. Get on with it, then.
What do you think you are doing?
Dick.
You there! Take a seat. Prepare to laugh your head off, cry your eyes out, and teeter on the edge of your seat with an original tale from Stefan, the talking severed head. What a generous spectator! Find a seat in the front, eh?
By the seven! What a tale!
Ha! Yes, I know of that talentless bull. He was here entertaining the troops before I was brought in. I'm sure the hack simply bored his audience to tears until they cried for a replacement. Enter Reginald the Illusionist. We need our boys in red happy, relaxed, and ready to fight. Not wasting their energies cringing at a fool with a depressed rabbit in a borrowed hat.
Fantastic!
Fantastic!
Today.
Fantastic!
Performers!
Ah, a familiar it seems even my usually choosy audience has been taken in by that hack's little gizmo. I'm a man of skill, sleight of hand, feats of wit, and pure entertainment. This curio is ruining what used to be an art.
Come on! Can't you hear the
And even when there's no crowd to speak of, old Reggie still has at least one fan calling bravo and hee-haw. Sure as the sun sets, that one devotee attracts 5 more, and those 5 more all curious about the commotion. I don't know how he inspires such loyalty with less talent contained between his hat and his boots than I've in my crusty handkerchief.
Come on! Can't you hear the stage calling you?